Well, this record blew me away. This is another Inakustik sampler from Germany. And this one's curated by Elac, the German speaker manufacturer. I've covered one of these releases already, and it was a couple of months ago. It was for the Clear audio sampler. And I was really impressed with that as well. These are collections of demo tracks that are curated by these companies, especially to show off their equipment. Elac being a speaker manufacturer and a brand that I've owned before, I took particular interest in this one because I thought that, getting a record that was designed to show off speaker strengths would be a positive around here. I was not disappointed with this record. As a matter of fact, it's just amazing and has several, or actually many, jaw-dropping moments. I'm going to tell you some of the highlights when we go through the tracks. It's a 2-record set, cut at 45 RPM. I believe they retail for $40, and they're well worth it. These are great records for someone that doesn't really get much exposure to modern recordings. That's one plus that I really liked. There was tracks on here that I've never heard before, actually all of them. I've heard of some of the artists, of course, and you'll recognize a few of these artists, but most of them I would never have heard unless I got this record. The range of material runs the gamut too, from bluesy acoustic music to female vocals to choral works, things that highlight the piano. Just an amazing array of material. I think a lot of this is from digital, so that is something that you need to keep in mind, but I don't mind that at all. That is really the fact of life for most modern recordings. But to get this done so well on a record to demonstrate your equipment is really special. The records come like this in a 2LP gatefold, really pretty, direct-to-board jacket. It says, celebrating 95 years of Elac. 2 records in polyline sleeves with custom labels. I'm going to go through some of these tracks here. It's also cut at 45 RPM for maximum fidelity. So let's see. It opens with a track from Think called Trouble's What You're In. It's live, it's acoustic. It's very clear and present. The acoustic is being played in a way that is percussive, so it's really gives you a good sense of dynamics and a very live feeling. It's wonderfully present and wide open, beautiful. The bass is also really nice in that. There's a stunning track from an artist called Agnes Obel. It's called Riverside. I usually have been exposed to the most mediocre, pop recordings when I'm at work. The stuff that makes the top 40, and it's just soul crushing to listen to some of the modern music that is getting pushed. This was not like that. My roommate came in the room when this was playing, and he was like, "Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I've never heard you listen to anything like this." And I was like, I don't usually, but the vocal was beautiful. The song was well written. The piano sounded great. And one of the nice effects in this is her vocals in some sections are multi-track. So she's doing her own background vocals, and it's just pretty, like how layered it is. Very nice sound staging, very good dynamics and control. Just beautiful. That's a great track. There is a track here from Chesky. It's Ryan Angel and David Merrill called Psalm 114. It's very much like a Gregorian chant, that kind of sound, but it's set against an electronic backdrop. Oh my God, that is beautiful. If you ever remember that chant CD that was really popular years ago. It has a feeling like that, but even more modern and immersive. And of course, the sound is way better. The voices are just so beautiful. It's a great demonstration of the male voice. And the electronic backdrop is sparse, but deep and enveloping. So that gives a lot of nice spatial effects, a really great track. Another one that is really good is called La Fong by Opio. This is a modern electronic dance track, I guess you could call it, with incredible heart-stopping bass that just goes back and forth. Like, it really cuts through. I couldn't believe what my speakers were doing when that was playing. It was amazing, amazing, and it was so enjoyable to hear. Lots of cool spatial effects, lots of things to really give the speakers a workout from the top to the bottom. But it was really the bottom that just surprised me. I don't have subwoofers, and it sounded like the bass was going through the floor. It was incredible. Very, very good. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, there's a track on here from John Rutter. He wrote it called Requiem. He does choral work. And this was recorded by Reference Recordings by Keith Johnson. As soon as that track started, I went scrambling to see if there was an LP version of it. And there isn't. It was only released on CD and digital formats. Well, it doesn't matter because it's one of the best choral records I've ever heard. And hearing it on vinyl was great. It's 4 minutes of pure bliss. The soprano in this work is recorded so well and so clear, it blows away anything from the vintage era. I was so impressed with it. But that's not all. There's a beautiful harp that's captured in this recording, and I believe it's organ or something that's creating this warm, lush bass, and it just comes out of the speakers and floods the room. The soprano's voice is up here, and then it's like the lights are slowly turning on, and you see the chorus open up like that across the soundstage. And each voice is clearly audible. It's the most amazing track I've ever heard. It's certainly the most amazing choral record I've ever heard. And that is on this record. John Rutter's Requiem. Beautiful. I'd love to hear the whole thing. And in fact, matter of fact, I might buy a CD player just to hear it. There's a couple other tracks I just want to mention briefly. Natalie Merchant is on here with a track called The Peppery Man. This made me jump out of my seat, not because of her voice or because of the music. It opens, I think, with just a little guitar strum, and then you hear a male bass voice come out of the right speaker, and it was so present and so clear and came out of nothingness. I jumped. I was like, oh my God, who's in my room? It was amazing. It's a couple of gentlemen having a conversation in both speakers and around the middle. And then Natalie comes in and does a wonderful song. It's great. It's just wonderful. I was really impressed with that. Anything else here? Oh, there is, I have to mention this. There's a track by Annette Asvik called Liberty, which is really beautiful. It has an arresting vocal and a gorgeous sax solo that'll really impress you. It really showed off the system very, very well. There's more and more. The fact is that this record has so many sonic highlights that will surprise you and push your system to places that you didn't think it could go, that it becomes a reference standard from here on out for me. I will be using this anytime I do any component change or upgrade, just to see where it's at with these tracks, how it's handling those choral effects, how it's handling the stop and start bass of that electronic track, how the imaging is working in the live track, and how that live feeling is. There's so many aspects of sound that you can evaluate here, but you can drop your evaluation hat and just relish in these modern tracks that are just beautifully chosen. Very high recommendation for this. It's beautiful, it's well pressed, and it's affordable. I think everyone should have one, and this Elac one, cut at 45 RPM, is really something special. So let me know what you think about this, and until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.